Hello Divine Beings, welcome to the Ocean Deep channel. I pray that you're all in a peaceful place. I apologise in advance, the washing machine's on, so you may possibly hear it in the background. Thank you for the subscriptions and the likes. Please do subscribe, hit that like, notification bell, leave a comment. Alright, let's see what the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine have to say to each other. In this reading. I just saw 111. Alright, Divine Masculine, what is your first message, please, for the Divine Feminine? Alright, Divine Masculine says, I need you, Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, what is your first message for the Divine Masculine? Okay, Divine Feminine, make up your mind. I keep letting you back in because I just can't control myself around you. So the attraction must be really strong between the two of you, and that's probably why you use my love against me from the Divine Masculine. You know, could you just bear with me for 1 second? Right. Sorry, because I actually knocked them out of there. Divine Feminine says this has been built on lies. So, Divine Masculine, you do love your Divine Feminine. However, you've been lying about something, or Divine Feminine, your Divine Masculine's been lying about something. And so you've found this out, or you know this to be true. I mean, you must have concrete evidence, otherwise you're just speculating, okay? But, you know, the reason, you're saying the reason why you feel like I've used your love against you is because you've been lying to me. Divine Masculine, get out of my life. So this is where, so we've got I need you and get out of my life. And that's where, you know, the card from Divine Feminine, make up your mind, comes in. Because Divine Masculine, you're in this in and out energy. And it's really not helping your case if you do want something with your Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine says you don't deserve the pain. Can we start again? and you're a good fuck. Sorry, I apologise. Okay, for some of you, I'm not. These cards just fell out, so I'm not going to keep them. But for some of you, you've helped your divine masculine to grow divine feminine. However, at this point, they feel like you don't respect them. But they're really attracted to you. And they're in this like deep pain. They're being swollen up by this pain or consumed by this pain. But at the same time, I don't know, they're happy, but love is not enough. Like, they're in a happy place. At the same time, they're feeling like they're in the painful place. And they want to be able to grow in the situation, not just... Basically, divine masculine feels like you guys could both do better within your relationship. Anyway, and they want you to see things the way, their way. Divine masculine wants you to see things their way. Divine feminine says, you leave me lonely. The divine masculine says, tit for tat, you also leave me lonely. So a lot of mirroring. Divine feminine, I regret waiting this long. You're a distant memory. And let go. Okay, for some of you, you regret waiting this long to maybe be truthful, to finally be yourself, or and you know, you regret being distant from each other, and you're wanting to let go of all of that. And then for others of you, you're regretting waiting this long to end it. You know, and maybe you just want to remain friends. Divine masculine says, you don't respect our relationship, and I feel like a fool. And I keep letting you back in because you're handsome or you're really beautiful. Some of you, yeah, again, love is not enough. So I feel that from both sides. Like, maybe you do truly care for each other, but maybe you've gotten to the point where you can't grow any more than what the current situation is or how you currently are. Some of you may have a baby together. I mean, this card says I should give you a baby, but I'm going to, in this reading, to me, it seems like you may have children together or a child. And maybe for the sake of your children, you need to let go of this pain and this resentment and maybe start co-parenting. I mean, if you have children together, you're always going to be tied together. And, you know, you should respect your person that you decided to have children with, regardless of your circumstances. Even if you decide to go your separate ways, because that can have a massive effect on your child or your children. So that's something to think about. Okay. Okay. So we have a divine masculine that says, I feel miserable without you, or I am miserable without you, but I never want to see you again. Okay, we have a divine feminine who also says, I never want to see you again. You still give me butterflies and be my man or woman, or I think at some point, yeah, you were together. So in this reading, I'm not seeing that. This is something that you've asked now with, be my partner. I think that this is something that was previous, and you have a child together. And now, really, you just can't stand the sight of each other. Like, you're in this, you have that, you both get butterflies from each other, but I'm feeling like this is more because of how toxic the situation is. Like, you gain pleasure from how toxic it is. Some of you may even do it on purpose, but it's gotten to this point of, you're both destructive. So you may have started off, you argue or have a little fight or whatever, and then you see each other, and then, whatever, you're making love, and you're getting down and dirty. But now it's become a thing in your relationship, and it's actually really toxic, and it's affecting both of you in a bad way. But keep your head up. I feel like you both want to co-parent. You just can't be together. And for the sake of raising beautiful, healthy children, children that are going to be able to survive in this earth, or on this earth, and contribute to it, and, become something for themselves, you need to co-parent. And you need to show them how it's done. And divine feminine, you're saying, okay, I surrender. Let's do that. It's going to be hard trying to get past the pain and the betrayal to co-parent, but that is yours and your ex-person's business. It's not something you should involve your children in. Not like in this all this toxic environment, and it's not your children shouldn't have to pay. Something banged in the kitchen. I'm going to take that as confirmation. Your children shouldn't have to pay for the things that you and the mother or father of your children, whatever you two have going on, the repercussions. And also, basically learning how to get over or deal with something in a healthy way will also show your children how they should also deal with things in a healthy way, from now until they get older. And your divine masculine says our story doesn't end here. So yeah, this is like going to be, you've got children holding you together. So of course your story doesn't end here. It's going to be a never-ending one, really, until the end. Because you have precious beings that keep you together, keep you connected. But you do have to change your story from this toxic energy. Yeah, I can't get past the betrayal from the divine feminine. You can't at the moment, it's all going to feel too much. You're going to need 6 months, a year, maybe even a couple of years. But you will get over it because, you're a strong person. both divine feminine and divine masculine. Divine masculine says my heart hurts. You know, you're both basically in this energy of finally admitting that your family is no longer together. You know, you're going your separate ways now, and you're both dealing with pain. You just deal with it in different ways, and that, you know, we're not to judge how people deal with their pain. You know, they're entitled to deal with their pain how they want to. You know, as long as, or hopefully it's in a healthier way than, you know, destructive or even a self-destructive way. Divine feminine, you say that I feel safe with you, but I'm seeing that this is it's one of those things. I'm seeing that, you know, regardless of whether how safe you are with this person, they're always messing up. You know, they mess up, or maybe you used to feel safe with them and you don't feel safe with them anymore, but you trust them with your children. We have here a divine masculine who's in love with you, divine feminine, but they've had enough of what's going on and they keep running away, and I think they intend to now stay away because they know that you deserve better. So I think we'll keep these cards actually. Yeah, they've decided that maybe that's why you feel safe with them, because you know deep down, or they've told you, you know, that they're in love with you. But if they, you know, if you or your person, you and the mother of your child or the father of your child, you know, if either one of you are with other people, you know, take that as a confirmation as it's time to move on. You know, take the steps to heal and to move on. I mean, if you do come back and your story truly doesn't end here, that's not to say that, you know, they're with someone and then you wait for them, and, you know, or you're with someone and they wait for you. Like, go and just basically soul search or self search, and then, you know, just take it as it comes. Divine masculine says, I can't trust you anymore. So divine feminine, yeah, I'm getting truly that this masculine, they're in a place where they can't trust you. Maybe you've overreacted way too many times, and now they don't feel like they can even have a civil conversation with you or a civil interaction. But they think you're a good fuck, so they like to sleep with you. You have that deep connection when you're intimate with each other. But it's not enough, again, to keep the relationship going. Let's do Divine Feminine. This is your last shuffle. What's your message, please, for this last shuffle? What's your message, please? But I would definitely say, you know, don't be selfish. Put your children first. Your children need a bit of both of you. In this particular reading, I'm seeing that this is someone that you can trust with your children. You just can't trust each other being around each other. And for the time being, that you should, you know, you give it space, give each other space and give each other time. And that's not to say that, you know, drop your child off and then go, or have them picked up and then go. Or, you know, have a middle person come and pick them up, somebody that you both trust, and then go, or, you know, something that obviously you'd have to figure out yourselves for your own situation, whatever's comfortable for you. But I definitely think you just need to surrender to this, that it's actually ended. And, you know, I see that you both regret waiting this long to actually end it. And it's painful for both of you. just because one of you may be like hard-faced, or you know, you don't, or you may feel like your person lacks empathy or just vulnerability because you're over. That's really not the case. Everyone handles it differently. But what's important right now is that you raise healthy, strong, self-reliant individuals, and they know that, you know, when your children need you, they know that you can come together with your, you know, the mother of your kids or the father of your kids, and be there for your children. But, you know, in terms of yourselves personally, you've come to the realisation that you can actually both do a lot better. You both deserve better. You've still got a lot of growing and learning to do, and self-discovery and self-love, and you know, you have all these things that maybe you've wanted to do as you've grown up, or you've become a young adult or an adult that you haven't done yet, and you want to start doing those things. You know, this situation has basically kind of blindsided you from doing so many things because you've just been caught up in this vicious cycle, and the cycle's actually coming to an end now. And you know, don't blame yourself or be hard on yourself for having taken this long. Everyone's life journey and life lessons are different, you know, and the way we absorb things are different. So I would just, you know, if you've come to this realisation, then take this opportunity now to move on and grow. Oh wow, I've actually, I need to shuffle. Divine Feminine, you say keep it real. Actually, I've got one more shuffle for the Divine Femme because I've shuffled for Divine Masculine twice. I do. Oh well. Divine Feminine, you're saying keep it real, you know. Let's co-parent, but as long as you keep it real with me, don't lead me on. You know, forget all of that side of us and just keep it real so we can handle our children in the best possible way. And you're really, I mean, your voice is irritating. You're in that, you're in that state now where just everything about this person is irritating to you, and it's really understandable considering what your history is. But, you know, sometimes you have to listen to what someone says rather than what you think they feel or what you think they're saying to you. And that's probably why you're saying keep it real. You should tell them keep it real, because I'm not going to read between the lines. Whatever you tell me, that's what I'm going to take, you know. If your person has got somebody, but in your mind you think, oh, you know, but I still feel like we're meant to be together, that doesn't really matter, because if the other person's chosen to move on, you know, you're kind of stuck in this alone. And also, it takes two to tango. If your person goes and finds another dance partner, I mean, like, you know, that's it. You need to learn to, you basically need to pick yourself up, find someone who's on the same level as you, and then learn that new dance with them, or learn that dance with them. Maybe some of you need to get your groove on. Maybe you've been stuck in a rut for so long and you've just had enough, you know. And maybe you've both got people there that are, you know, and you both may be aware, you've both got people there, and maybe you're deciding now, you know, do you make it official with this other person because it's just not happening between you and the mother or father of your child or children. It's, you know, you feel like it's the ultimate betrayal, Divine Feminine, but so does Divine Masculine. You know, you know, it's up to you where you take it from here, but I've obviously given my what I've seen in these messages. A Divine Feminine, at the top of your deck you've got I think about the good times we've had, but I can't trust you anymore, and I'm happy. You know, you're happy within yourself, you're happy to be without this person. And actually, I feel like the Divine Masculine, yeah, earlier I took some messages out for the Divine Masculine, or they fell out, but actually you're both happy to be separate from each other, even though you think about the good times you've had, you know, divine masculines is make love to me and you're not a priority. So really, they like having sex, like the sex is good at this point, but they don't want to make you, you know, they feel like this is done. They're an indecisive energy, and they think you'll make, you know, you make them happy, and you're their person, you're their mother or father of their children. So they're willing to treat you as the mother of their children, you know, good. They respect you in that way, but they don't. I'm seeing that, you know, that you're not a priority, you know, and they kind of just like, they want to move on. Maybe you had children when you were both really young, or you're both young, or, you know what I mean? Whether this is a year ago, or a few years ago, or 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, you maybe had children young, and now that you basically didn't have the opportunity to fully grow, and maybe you haven't grown together because just of your circumstances, and now you kind of realise that, you know, you haven't been able to experience the world the way that you should have. So, you know, whatever you do, you know, just make choices that are healthy for your children. Try to put your pride and your ego aside. Learn to co-parent. That's really, really important when you've got, you know, little beings in the middle of all of this. Anyway, you know, I just pray that you all come to a really good understanding, I guess. And just always try and remember that at some point you truly loved each other, and you were for each other, and you've had like these beautiful little beings that are going to grow up and be adults like ourselves. And you know, everything else was just a life lesson from there, including the betrayal and all the tears and the pain that you've helped and all the backstabbing you've felt. You know, and just learn to let go of that. And I'm going to say maybe, but maybe you will find, you know, someone, and all that pain, you know, you will find someone, and then all that pain you've ever felt just kind of withers away, and you'll laugh at yourself for ever being in this, you know, rut that you're in. But it never, you know, it doesn't last forever. So that was your messages. I'm being sorry for the long reads, but not really. I'm sorry, but not sorry. If I've given you any negative energy, or you've, you know, kind of got some negative energy off of this read, then breathe it out, because I know you don't need any negative energy in this in your life. But you know, this is just what I picked up for this specific couple or group of people. This isn't for everybody. So take care of yourselves, and I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.